Is it challenging for you to charge for your services or especially to charge what you think you're worth? If so, I'm glad you're here. I'm Nancy Levin. Welcome back to my channel. This is the very best place for you to learn how to make yourself a priority and set boundaries that stick so you can step into center stage of your own life. One thing I have learned in the years that I've really become the coach to the coaches is that this whole idea of charging for our services can be tricky and sticky. So I want to offer you a few things to think about. First of all, money is simply energy, and we have an exchange of energy when we are giving something and someone else is receiving and then giving back to us. That is how we keep the flow of giving and receiving in place. When we check in around what feels good in terms of charging for our services, it's not so much about charge what we're worth, but more importantly, charge what we value. So I want you to look at how you are valuing yourself. How do you value your skills? How do you value your time? How do you value your training and expertise? All of that compounded leads into the way you charge for your services. What you're really doing is you are sending a message to the universe that you value yourself and that you want to be valued by others as well. And that's what has you not tolerate anyone paying you less than the value you have put on yourself. So, one of the objections I will often hear from potential clients is, I can't afford it. And I don't really take this as an objection because what's really happening is they're making a choice. We all know that we spend our money on what is a priority for us. The things we really want, we find ways to make it happen. So it's not so much I can't afford it, it's I'm choosing not to make this a priority in my life. That's really what the objection is. And so to counteract that objection, I might sometimes come back in with, you have expressed to me how long this has been an obstacle for you in your life. If you don't do anything different now, nothing's going to change. However, if you're willing to invest in yourself and make your future a priority, you will be able to allocate the money toward this process that you were previously putting elsewhere. Now, I want to be really clear. I'm not coming at this from a manipulative place. I'm not coming at this from a place of don't pay your rent, pay for coaching, or go into deep debt so you can pay for coaching. No, I want you to really clearly hear me say, all I'm wanting the client, the potential client to look at is where am I currently allocating funds that aren't going to give me the outcome I truly desire? And how can I put them here so that I'm willing to invest in myself and my future so that I don't have to keep waiting and wanting for my life to change? Again, when we come from a really clean, clear place and we know our worth and we have an offering and we are met with objections, we simply need to look at the ways in which we can stand firmly in what we know is true for us. So I'll be really honest. When I'm coaching my coaches, I'm not a fan of discounts. I'm not a fan of sliding scales, in that I like for things to be fair and I like for things to be consistent. Now, all of that to say, you may decide, and I have absolutely done this in my work, you may decide you'll take on one pro bono client for every 5 clients who are paying you. Or you might say, I'm going to take on 4 pro bono clients a year. Or you make it up. You might decide that there are people you want to work with, and you are willing to give graciously and generously so that you won't be resentful. Because what I have found is that in every case in my own career as a coach, where I have crossed my own pricing boundary, I have ended up resentful. So it's really important for you to get clear on what your value is, what you're going to charge, and how you're going to stand your ground, as well as how you're going to open yourself up to situations where you can give an offering to someone in need. So when I'm working with my coaches, we give them in Levin Life Coach Academy, I give them a sort of starting point of, here is the reinvention coaching package, for example. It's a 2-month private coaching package, and we give them a base starting point. Why I do that is so that they aren't tempted to go lower, that they aren't tempted to lowball. And it's not an astronomical number. It's just a number that I have chosen as their baseline. And what it begins to do is support the coaches in instilling confidence in themselves and feeling courageous. In the practicum where we practice coaching, one of the sessions we practice is the discovery session, how to actually make the ask. And the more we practice, the easier it becomes. Because again, it's simply an exchange of energy. We provide our client with a guidance and a service. They pay us, and that is how we are in the giving and receiving cycle. I hope that this has been helpful today. More where this came from. Just wanted to give you a taste, since this is a question I get asked a lot. I hope you will subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you will get alerted the next time I upload a new video. See you next time.